I'm Old Head Ed.
And I'm Mr. Belief. And we like to welcome y'all to Barcodes. Barcodes is a podcast where we delve into the lyrics of your favorite MCs, verse by verse.
Each episode, we invite an artist onto the show,
break down their own bars, and give the listeners a deeper understanding of the meaning and inspiration behind their music.
From underground up-and-comers to established industry veterans.
We cover it all. So join us as we explore the art of MCing and the stories behind the bars on Barcodes.
Yo, it's Barcodes.
Barcodes in the building.
We back at it again. On that other side of the table is Mr. Belief.
You already know.
I am Old Head Ed. And we're back with another episode.
Yeah.
Shouts to everybody who's tuned in. Welcome to the YouTube world. And while you're here, you know what to do is subscribe, rate, comment, like.
All that shit right here.
Yes, sir.
Do that.
Yes, sir. Make it happen. Yo, I wanna take just a quick second to shout out to all the gods that are tuned in, man. The guys really jump in and they comment. You know what I'm saying? The wolves too, they jump in and they comment.
Yeah.
We need the rest of y'all to get involved.
Yeah, for real, man. Shout out to the wolf gods, all of them in all motion. Shout y'all out, man.
For sure. This week we got another esteemed guest.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold on to esteemed, man. That's gonna be my word, bro. Just gonna everybody's gonna get that description.
Yeah, man. But we got somebody that got some bars over here, yo.
Indeed, man. Fresh off of the Grand Royale with Simplicity. Mm-hmm. The album was produced by Simplicity.
Yeah, Simplicity. Right? Yeah,
Simplicity. Okay, yeah. Who we got? Believe
John Jiggs is in the building, y'all.
Yeah, man. I'm in here.
Shouts.
Yeah.
Man. Appreciate you making the time and coming through and doing this.
Oh, man, it's nothing, man. I appreciate it. Dope. Appreciate the opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Barcodes. If you tuned in before, you know exactly what you're going to get. If this is your first time here, welcome. And what we do is we give the MC a chance to get behind these bars and kind of break down the inspiration behind some of these lines, how he came up with the structure for it, so on and so forth. All the little intricacies and nuances that go into writing a rhyme, because it's what we appreciate as hip hop enthusiasts and connoisseurs of the hip hop culture, and listening to, you know, dope rhymes. So we're here to break that down, so that there's no confusion.
Stories too.
And the background
stories where them shits came from. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So. What song are we gonna get blessed with today, man?
We're gonna jump into this Grand Royale. It's the title track.
Yeah, the title track. Yeah.
Dope.
All right, so this is, I'm not sure if you're familiar how we do it. We do it in usually in about 4 bars. The artist will say the first, the 4 bars, and then we'll give our take on it, or you know what I'm saying, the artist could just elaborate on what they meant. You know, that's how we do. We do 4 bars, or whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, man. Let's see.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
No.
There's one question.
I
There's
forgot
a question.
Okay, my bad. There's a question.
Question.
All right. Do you remember? First of all, do you remember where and when you were where you were at when you wrote this, and what kind of mind frame were you in when you did it?
Well, I mean, usually my creative process, the way it works is usually I would hear the production, and however the production speaks to me is how I'm gonna come off on it. Like however the production makes me feel, that's how I'm trying to make the listener feel, right? So, most likely, I mean, I write 90% of my music in my garage. I got a little man cave in my garage where I could, smoke weed and curse on the phone with my friends because my wife doesn't allow it in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. We all need those. We all need that man cave.
I can use bad language.
Shouts to the strong women.
Yeah, shout out to the strong women, man.
Shout out to my wife. She keeps me in line. But I can in the garage. I can pretty much use all type of profanities with reckless abandon. Say whatever I want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I could be as loud as I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So I write most of my music in the garage.
Okay.
So I was probably in there smoking. I'm listening to the beat, and what I heard from that beat was, I mean, it's got like a old school soulful type of feel, and it just felt like this, like, I don't know. That Grand Royale beat, it brought like a different type of demon out of me. Like, it was so easy to put that together because I just like, the way it spoke to me was like, yeah, you just gotta go crazy on this. You know what I'm saying? It's like energetic boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really hard at all. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely, when I first heard it, I definitely automatically was feeling like this is how I need to start this project off. Like I need to kick the door down with this, and then we'll get into some more things that maybe will make some more records that'll maybe make you think or put you in a different mood. But this is a great way to like kind of open the door.
All right, so it was like setting the tone to the whole record. Yeah,
setting the tone for And to be honest with you, this was even though it's an intro, this is actually the last record that I recorded for the project. So I had already done all these different records because the project Grand Royale is a vibe. Like there's different, there's songs on there for the lady, there's songs on there for like partying, having a good time. It's all kinds of stuff. There's melodic stuff on there. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I did all of this, but there's not really a song where I'm just like just ripping it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I was like, this project needs that. Yo. You know what I'm saying? And that beat just was perfect for it.
Gotcha.
It's funny you say that because we've had artists here that similarly said the same thing. Like,
same thing.
It's like, I would call like the intro tracks like the icing. It's like if you're making a cake, you got all the good shit in the middle of the cake, but the icing you get to first, right? But that's the last shit you put in.
It's the last shit you put on, yeah.
So it's like, so like my man,
it consumed first, but it gets put on there last.
Exactly,
correct. I like that.
Right. That's a dope analogy. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into the bars, bro.
So we're gonna get into this first verse off the Grand Royale.
Okay. Well, I mean, really, it's just one. I mean, I guess, yeah. All right, so
I mean, if it's a full, that's right, because it's an intro, so you kind of got like that.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay,
so,
let's do that.
See, there's nothing you can say nothing they can say when you do it your own way. It just take a little longer to make it the home plate. If you told me I'd be here, I'd have told you it's no way, because I was more preoccupied with making it home safe.
Okay, yeah. So there's a couple things going on there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, the first two lines is like me basically saying like, when you do it your way, you don't owe anybody. You don't have to answer to anybody. You don't have to when you do it your own way. That's like the independent route. Like not taking a major deal, because if you take a major deal, you'll get the fame, you'll get the notoriety, you'll get the money, but you're gonna have to answer to somebody when it comes to with regards to what you can release as an artist.
Yeah,
you can't just it's a totally different thing. They're in control somewhat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, once you sign that dotted line. So I was saying basically, there's nothing they can say when you do it your own way. It just takes a little longer to make it the home plate. Meaning that you can. The way some people may look at the way that I'm doing it as like the hard way, or you know what I'm saying, but I feel like it's more important to be in control of your narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a lot of MCs who sign like major record deals and they let their label talk them into doing corny shit, and and they can't get the whack juice off of them now. You know what I'm saying? Or they might have recorded an album and just held up contractually and can't do anything and can't move because and they're not putting their album out.
Yeah, and they can't like make songs with people they want to make songs with.
You can't
like,
just they don't have the freedom to do that. So like I said, the major label, if it works for you, then it works for you. But if it doesn't work for you, it could totally ruin your career. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Facts.
True.
Yeah.
And then you go on to say, if you told me I'd be here, you would have told them there's no way.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, when I first started doing this, man, we was just like in the lobby in high school battling, and we on the bus battling, we at the bus stop battling, shit like that. Just regular stuff. And even started going to the studio when we got a little bit older, but it was still just something we were doing because we loved to do it. And here I am 10, 15 years later, and I'm getting booked for tours, I'm getting booked for shows, I'm getting paid for features, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hip hop is taking me places I never ever thought I would go. Like I've seen Europe. I got, you know what I'm saying? I've been, I've been a lot of places, more places than the average person, you know what I mean? And I owe it all to hip hop. And I didn't go there on my own merit. I went there because people wanted me to a service from me. They wanted me to rhyme, or they wanted me to whatever it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, round of applause for hip hop, right?
No,
there,
indeed,
because it's taking a lot of people out.
Yeah, facts. And I'd have been doing, and the environment that I come from is just like, you know, like I come from a small town called Riverhead on Long Island, and it's like nobody makes it from there. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Most of them don't even leave New York State.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, they don't leave Long Island. So it's like, you know, a trip for them is like going to New York City. So it's like, for me to be even here or wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like, and it's based on my talent, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? That's
and hard
really,
work and dedication.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's not only talent.
The talent,
you know
the talent, and then
consistency.
also being dedicated and applying myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That last line. So when I hear that last line, I think you was more preoccupied with just getting home safe.
Yeah.
Was getting involved in hip hop just a way for you? I mean, because the way I would perceive it is that, yo, for me to navigate these streets, for me to find a place where I'm like, I feel secure, is like I kind of went there. I use this as a tool.
Yeah, nah, definitely. Like you know, as far as making it home safe is like, I got a lot of friends, a lot of homies that, you know, they left their house to say goodbye to moms or say goodbye to their wife or their baby mama or whatever, and they never came back, whether they be dead or in prison, they, you know, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's making it home safe is like, I come from a place where get home safe is like a real, you know what I'm saying? That's a real statement that people make to you before they leave leave the house, because it could be the last time, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I do feel like, you know, to build on what you were saying, I do feel like hip hop saved me from, because when a lot of my friends was out there doing a lot of the crazy things, I was honing my craft, and I gotta think, and I also gotta thank some of the guys that I grew up around, because I think they seen that in me, and they kind of pushed me to do this. You know what I'm saying? And they would, and you know, a lot of the older guys, they would tell me go in the house when certain shit was going down or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They kind of seem like, yo, you got talent, you don't have to be here.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know, just like I said, making it home safe is a real thing, man. You know, and you know, and the thing is, I mean, it really doesn't matter where you from, because nowadays it can happen anywhere.
It's true.
You could be in the suburbs and not make it home safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at that time, when I was speaking there, I was speaking about my experience, my environment. You know,
Growing up,
yeah.
So,
the world.
Okay. This world is a cold place. Switch that cold to your safe, and make sure you got a vest and a gun you can hold straight. I'll be in my rear view when I'm making it home late, cause these haters want what I got and these bitches is so fake.
All right, so for this one, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's like you're speaking some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Does this derive from certain things that you find in, you know what I'm saying, in your growing up, or even nowadays? You know what I'm saying?
This is just things that I've seen, like as far as like you know, this world, I mean, I feel like the world has become even more colder than it ever was. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff that I see happening on the news and the things that people are doing now.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yo, like you can't, like at this point, you can't really sleep on anybody. You can't ever, you know, take your head off swivel. You have to always be, you know what I mean, careful of, you know what I mean? And you got to look in with, you know, especially if you're coming home late from somewhere, you need to be looking in your rear view, because it could be somebody following you. That happens to people. Yeah. It happens to people now. People follow you home and kick your door in and all of that crazy kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, being somebody who lived a certain lifestyle at one point, I understand how criminals think, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I apply that to even now, even though now I'm doing music and I'm doing the family thing. I still understand. Yeah. I still understand how that type of mindset works. So I'm always ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
In other words, there's people who still operate under those means.
Yeah, and just because you have stepped away from the streets doesn't mean that you're exempt. Yeah, what
the streets could provide.
Yeah. Facts. You know, you don't have to be out here selling drugs to get caught up in some drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just by not paying attention, you can get caught up in some drama.
It's true. Yeah, man. Yeah, not having a knowledge of situations doesn't exempt you from getting caught up in it. You know, it's like you could, just because you're not aware,
your surroundings and watch who the type of company you keep and things of that nature. You know?
Indeed. True that. I got visions in my brain.
Yeah, I got visions in my brain.
So I got visions in my brain of living off of cocaine, pulling up in the Benz or dipping off in the range, trying to pay the bills in the same order they came. All them trips uptown, I did it all for the game. Mm-hmm. And that's just me, me reminiscing. When me and my friends was young and we was running the streets and we was getting fast money and having fun, living life like it was no tomorrow, and we was throwing caution in the wind. We didn't give a shit about nothing, man. We were just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Young mentality where you feel like, yo, ain't shit gonna happen to me,
look at
but I'm gonna keep
now,
going.
And I'm like, I'm so cautious and like I'm always thinking things through and shit. And like,
it's that older mindset, man. When you get older, you start hey, no, I can't do that right now.
You'll sit back and think about like shit that you made it through and be like, yo,
how did I get through that? What was I thinking?
It's probably from being like a father, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because once you be a father, now you like worry for your kids. Yeah. So like you think about the shit that you did and you like, yo, you ain't never going to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
I feel you.
Yeah, and it's just, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, we had I'm sure we've all had some close calls, you know what I'm saying? It's like we used to just like really not give a shit about nothing, and we would just, and one bad mistake but as you become older, you're gonna gain more shit to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And your experiences and things you go through to teach you to make better decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So this is just me kind of reminiscing on those days when, all it takes is like one cop to pull us over and it'd have been one cop pulling us over and we'd have been going for like 5-7 years or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just little things, and even times when I've been pulled over and had shit in the car and just the cop and because I spoke to the cop in a certain way, in the correct way, maybe I didn't get checked or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
They were like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, things that, this experiences. So that's really me just kind of building, thinking back on experiences and shit like that. And, the thing about being in the street and hustling and shit like that is, even if when you step away from it, you still kind of have like that it's like a feeling inside, like
intuition.
Like I still even at this day and time now, like I feel like I could lose it all, and if I really had to, I could go back and make some shit happen if I had to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's like riding a bike. Like you never forget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you probably have a lot more connects now. You know what I'm saying? Not to say anything.
Definitely know a lot more people now. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely know a lot more people.
But it's just me kind of tapping into that mind state at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's definitely there's two lines there where pulling up in the Benz or dipping off in the range, trying to pay the bills in the same order they came. That's interesting because when people have these dreams like you're detailing there, of course the first thing you kind of fall for is just the luxurious stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you come right back with the next line, which is like, but I still gotta pay these bills.
Yeah. Because even when it was it was even when we was getting fast money, it was like, yo, you was going and you was dropping something off the moms. You was going and you was dropping something off the baby mama. You was going. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was making sure everybody was good with that. You know what I mean? And that's just part of being young men. Unfortunately, not most of us don't have our fathers around. So that's kind of sometimes the reason why you might even step out there and start doing shit like that, because you see mom struggling, you see baby mom struggling. Her father ain't around either. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you're like the man of everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now even your baby mom's mom is looking at you to provide. You understand what I'm saying? I've been through that. I've been through all of that. So I got my mom, I got baby mom, I got baby mom's mom. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what I mean? So it's just a whole thing. And it's as young men, we're forced to like grow up so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I remember being 15, 16 and worried about how I'm gonna pay for this and how I'm gonna pay for that, and helping my mom with bills and shit like that, and always hustling and trying to figure things out. And and the thing about it is, to be honest with you, like as men, period, especially black and brown men, we don't get our flowers for what we do, what we endure, what the load that we carry. Yeah. It's kind of just expected of us.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
it's kind of just expected. It's like, yo, you're a man, you'll figure it out. But damn, I'm out here risking my life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just like it's just expected. It's like, well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But you know, and then look, and then the same, and then you could be taking care of people, and then if you get messed up, they calling you stupid or something like you, like you know what I'm saying?
And you're trying to figure it out on the fly. Like this is all new. Like you said, you didn't have a formula to follow.
There was
no format,
I didn't have a dad.
template.
I didn't have a dad to watch to be like, okay, so I'm supposed to go to school. I'm supposed to learn this trade, and I'm supposed to become a plumber or whatever. Nah, like you know what I'm saying.
One of the things I love about this line right here, where you say trying to pay the bills in the same order they came, is like it's
you have to.
But that's the
one
like
before that.
No, but like if you've ever been, you know what I'm saying, like we've all had that time where it's like,
you might have 3 or 4 of them.
Well, which one I could do now? You got like, you know what I'm saying? And that's a dope bar. Everybody, give a round of applause on that bar, man.
Everybody been sitting.
Because everybody can relate to that,
Everybody's been sitting at the table and had 4 or 5 bills in. You got that look on your face like,
how do I go about this?
You know, so
let's see. So we're gonna do the Immaculate. That's the next one, right?
Yeah, Immaculate.
It starts off with Immaculate.
Yeah, Immaculate Street nigga, the beat ripper, natural disaster, 2023 twister. Pulling through your city in a V-Twizzler while you bum niggas walk the street till your feet blister.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is like still in
more
the mindset
braggadocious type of,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what I try to do. I try to really kind of, you know, bring people with me. So I'm gonna say some things that make you think, but I'm still gonna bring it back to that good old like niggas can't fuck with me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's important, especially like we were saying on like an intro type of record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because it's icy, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I always use this analogy a lot. When I was little, I used to have like a lot of allergies and I had asthma and shit, right? And my mom, you know, the medicine that the doctor used to prescribe me was like really nasty.
Yeah.
So what my mom used to do was she used to crush it up and put it in applesauce.
Okay.
I love applesauce when I was a kid. Not so much now, but when I was a kid, I loved applesauce, especially the cinnamon applesauce.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man.
Peel that foil back.
Yeah. So what she would do was she would crush it up and she would put it in there, then she would just mix it.
Yeah.
And I would eat it with no problem. You know what I'm saying? Even though that shit was wild nasty with the applesauce, it kind of covered it up. So I use that analogy to this day in my music because it's like I'm gonna give you like the bullshit, the shit that looks good. I'm gonna give you the bullshit, the glitz and glamour to draw you in, so that you can get this medicine.
You implement that same technique.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you
this medicine in the bullshit.
I'm gonna give you the shit that you really really like, so that you can get the shit that you need,
and maybe you could get healed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's what a lot of times if you follow my style, I do that a lot. Because I know that people, even though people want to think and they want to learn something, everybody likes a little bit of bullshit too. Everybody likes a little ignorant bullshit too. Yeah. So you have to give them that. You know what I'm saying?
You keep people engaged at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you have to add a little bit of flair to it, a little bit of embellishment, just to kind of keep them engaged, but long enough so they can kind of get the rest of it and then be like, oh, okay, now I see.
Because once you give them the BS, now you got them.
Yeah. Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct. No, indeed. Yo, a V-Twizzler. I was
V-Twizzler.
Is that a Corvette?
No, just a V12. A V12 engine.
Okay, gotcha.
In my mind, when I wrote it, I was thinking about a V12 Benz.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But V12, whatever. You know what I'm saying? V12. Like a V8 or a V2,
Okay,
but the V12 is like super duper fast, like But you can actually see the gas needle moving.
Drop every time you.
That's how fast it burns.
Every time you flush it, it's like
yeah.
As soon as you turn that bitch on, you go vroom, and that shit's like halfway down.
As soon as you every time you hit the gas, the shit actually moves in front of you. Like that's the gas is crazy with them shits.
Yeah. Then we got and then of course it's just more braggadocio where it's like you making moves, you're pushing, and then there's still cats that are the rest of them bum dudes is just walking it.
Yeah. Nah, that's just what I mean. And a lot of times it's a braggadocious line, but at the same time it's like yo nigga, instead of hating, man, get your shit up so you can do what you got to do, because a lot of dudes, they waste so much time worried about what somebody else is doing, what somebody else got, whether the music is dope or not. But it's like if you got time to do that, you You know, like if you work, like if you really busy, you really working on your craft, you don't got time to hate on nobody.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have, like the thing is, you know what I mean? I don't have time to like, you know, to be like, oh, he's whack or whatever, because I'm so busy doing what I'm doing.
That will take away from the time that you could be productive with. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, no, indeed.
Well, you can't even acknowledge it because you're so busy. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. You don't got time to
even
make an opinion on it.
If it's dope, if it's dope and it inspires me, I could take the time to acknowledge that. But I definitely don't have time to be like negative and be like, oh, exactly. I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, especially when I don't know somebody, that's just crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody got their own journey and they got their own shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
All right.
The next ones, they can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't see him, can't beat him, can't join him. Flamboyant till it's damn near annoying. Grand Royal, I'm slick as a can of oil. I just ran out of baggies, just rubber bands and foil.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was just, I guess you could say this is like more of like a hook. It's like something I want people to repeat. You know, like if I'm like I always kind of write songs too with like the live performance in mind. Yeah. So like this is something I could go back to and be like, it can't beat him, can't beat him, can't join him. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And kind of get the crowd into it. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. And then, you know, flamboyant. And that's just not so much like in the physical sense of flamboyant, but like flamboyant when it comes to like the way that I rhyme, because it's like when I do shit, it's deliberate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's deliberate. You know where I'm going with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's pretty much that is. And then, you know, anybody that's ever really been in the street, I just ran out of baggies, just rubber bands and foil. I mean, usually that's a good thing. If you run out of baggies, that's a good thing. Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. That means it's
I'm learning. I'm learning out here.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you might have to do the rubber bands and foil, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And just whatever you got to do to get the job done or whatever. So that's pretty much what that is.
True. Grand Royal, slick as a can of oil. That's pretty much straightforward. That's what it is. And then we go into fish. I put the was it? Yeah.
Yeah. Fish, I put the shit in the water and fish, I put the shit in the oil and pan broil it. Probably sold the shit to your daughter if she was snorting it. They see my fiends as loyal. They want to spoil it, but once you put your prints in the soil, they can't ignore you.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So is this a metaphor for the music, or you still referring
to? We're definitely, it's really both. Like we're likening. So now it's like we're likening, because I find a lot of similarities in the way that I was able to build a clientele with music to things in the past. So it's like they kind of go hand in hand. It's like people, you know, in both games, in both instances, people are coming to you for a certain thing because they know you have it and they know what the level of quality is. They know what. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then if you happen to be the nigga like me that will stay outside all night or just keep putting out new projects. Like if you're the guy that's gonna out hustle everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Then that's the whole thing. And you know, basically, I go on to speak about the haters. You know, they you know. You might have, you know, back in the day, you might be outside and you might see, there might be somebody on the corner like, man, look at this nigga taking all the fiends, yo. Nigga taking all the fiends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like you need to, and that's what I was talking about before with like the hate, you know, niggas hate for no reason and shit like that, is because it's like they know that you got something that they don't got.
And again, it goes back to the whole thing. It's like, if you, instead of investing time and trying to ruin my plans because you see that why
don't you just go get a new connect? Correct. Or why don't you try to get a better connect so that you could undercut me or something? Like,
or just fucking stay outside longer. Dog.
Stay outside longer than me. Like when you was in the house, but if you was in there, when you was in there laid up with your girl, you know what I'm saying? I was still out here and my bitch was blowing my phone up. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what I had to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. It's true. I mean, you sometimes you got to get yourself some new connects. Maybe get a beat from Simplicity. Yeah. Like do something. Make
you
got
to do something to tweak your recipe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really. Indeed. And like you said, man, there's always consumers. See what I'm saying? So you're gonna have something for the consumer. And the consumers are loyal. You put out the good work, the consumers become loyal, they come back.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Once you put your prints in the soil, they can't ignore you. So like once you've made a name for yourself or you stated your claim, it's like no, there's no getting rid of you.
Yeah, you made your mark. Yeah. You made your mark,
exactly.
and that doesn't go away.
Yeah, nobody can ever take that away from you.
True.
Like even if, like there's MCs who have only dropped one classic album in their whole career, but you can't take that. You can't take that away from them. They're forever cemented.
Yeah,
they might have one classic record.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and people could call them one hit wonder, but when that shit comes on, you're gonna stop whatever you're doing, and you're gonna jump up because that shit is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is no ignoring you at that point, like you said. No matter whether you have a full-fledged classic album or you have that one-hit wonder.
Yeah, there's nothing they could do to take that away from you, and that's what's so beautiful about music is because it lives forever. You know what I'm saying? So, you might not even be a great rapper, but you might just have that one day where you just destroying shit, and you have lucky enough to get it on record.
Everything goes your way, and you capture that moment.
Like, look, especially now, nothing's more true than that now. When you look at all of these people that wasn't even rappers, they wasn't even artists,
and they throw something on SoundCloud, and
yes, it just works for them. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
I always say that the teenagers, like the kids nowadays in high school, they have so much of an advantage because it's like, I got this mixtape or I got this this song, and then you got like a network of like 3 or 4 different schools that that's gonna embrace it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was telling my son that shit, like it's pretty crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let's roll into the next one, the next 4.
Let's see.
The next 4 is
it's the world renowned.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the world renowned, locking all areas down. Y'all should hurry up now. It's still time to earl in the towel. Y'all the type of pussy niggas that'll air at the crowd. Speaking of hatred, no matter how petty it sounds.
Okay. So this is a message to the haters.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. The same type of dude that would hate on somebody they don't even know just because they doing something that they can't do is the same. Those are the same type of niggas that shoot at crowds and shit because they got a problem with somebody and kill innocent. But that's the same cowardly type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Like as far as like, if you a real gangster or whatever you want, whatever the term is, you gonna go get the one you want. You're not gonna just go crazy on the crowd because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. People lose their lives, from cowardly people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Unnecessarily taking
innocent people that had nothing to do with what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The criminal's supposed to be in the street and everybody else supposed to be on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got a lot of dudes that just, they once they pride get hurt or whatever you want to call it, they'll just,
And people can say what they want about the mafia, but they were precise.
They were precise. They wasn't going to hit anybody else. They wasn't going to hit nobody. If they came for you, that was meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, and then I mean that last to finish off that last 4. Speaking of hatred, no matter how petty it sounds, that's another thing. It's something that confuses me at times. Don't people hear the words coming out their mouth when they hating? Like,
but the thing that's the thing that's
they're
the
deaf
thing,
to that.
But that's the thing that they don't even realize. It's okay to them. It's okay.
It's normal.
They've been raised that way that it's okay. Obviously, they've been raised. Maybe their mama was a hater. Their daddy was a hater. They've been raised
coming from a long line of haters.
Yeah, they've been raised to grow up and be like, it's okay to be like, yo, I don't like this nigga because look at that girl. I want that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like this nigga because he has this on and I wanted that, but I can't afford it.
You got a lot of motherfuckers that are like that.
So
too,
I mean, and if it's just like it's like anything else. If you a racist, if you grow up in a racist household, you're gonna be most likely
learn
racist
behavior
unless you learn and less. Some people change. I know some people who probably come from that probably aren't that way now, but they had to be taught it, so they had to unlearn it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
And they had to experience things for themselves. It's like somebody could tell you that this is the way the world is, and then you start and you might lock that in for a minute, and then when you start to if you don't reach out, it's dangerous because then all you're going is by what they say. If you don't experience things for yourselves, then you don't have a counterpoint to what they told you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So it might be, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. You might hate John Jiggs and you might meet me and be like, yo, this nigga actually pretty cool, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then maybe I could change you for that moment. You know what I mean? Some people are just, you can't save them. But there's some people that, that's why I try to be humble and, you know what I'm saying? I try to be humble and respectful to everybody that I meet. My mother always taught me, you treat the janitor just like you treat the CEO.
Yeah.
You treat, like you treat the owner, because anything can happen. That nigga could work his way up and be your boss one day. The janitor.
Next guy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
And then he gonna remember all them times when he said, "Good morning, mister," and you didn't speak to him because you felt like you was above him. Now you got to go to him for your raise or your day off.
And now he's like, yo, you were late 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. You've been late 3 times this month. You know what I'm saying? And now you just, but it's good to always just be humble and treat people with respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts, man. Yeah.
Then we go into Teflon John. That's the next 4 bars there.
Yeah. This is Teflon John, the top rhymer they trying to see. Monopoly family, I masterminded the dynasty. I can guarantee you they ain't on the same time as me. Point a coward out and I'm sending niggas a finder's fee.
Brown.
That's a good sound. I mean, basically with that, it's just, me reminding people once again who I am, me shouting out my squad. Shout out to Monopoly family, shout out to Rockwell's, Mouth, Nam Nitty, shout out to Digital, shout out to Lease, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brandon Reynolds, you know what I'm saying? We doing it, man. We really, the things that me and my team have been able to accomplish in the past few years. And, some of my guys, man, they hadn't even traveled that much, man. If you talk to Nam Nitty, he'll tell you, man, I never traveled as much as I did since I've been fucking with this nigga Jigg, And that shit right there makes me so happy. That makes me happy that he, you know what I'm saying? That he got to see all of these different things. He got something that he could go home and tell his children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got something that he could go home and tell his moms. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else, my whole crew, like, me and Rockwell's, we went to Europe together. You know what I'm saying? And we touched the United Kingdom. We touched Germany, Sweden, you know what I'm saying? Holland, all these different places, you know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? And this is places, like I said before, like I would have never, ever.
Is that how you linked up with Simplicity?
Well, so I've had since about maybe 2016, 2017, my fan base has definitely grown overseas. 2017, I did an album with K Slugger. Shout out to my bro K Slugger. He's from Malmo, Sweden. So we put out an album called Twin Cannons in 2017. It did okay, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of like, I don't know, it's like a word of mouth type of thing.
Yeah.
I would say by the end of 2017, the start of 2018, it was really starting to grow legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The type of hip hop that we were making, it just wasn't the norm at that time. And we were actually able to, really build a brand with that Twin Cannons brand. And we actually got booked, and we just got booked to go to all these different places. And now my overseas fan base is just as big as my fan base in the States.
Fresh.
You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for that. Just that, the way the cards fell, that, me and, through the internet, me and K Slugger were able to meet, and then we got to go on tour, and we got a vinyl record deal and all these different things, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I didn't expect any of this. I didn't know that any of this shit was even possible. Like, I didn't realize that I could actually take care of my family making music, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that's a beautiful thing. So I just, I'm thankful, you know what I mean? And as far as meeting Simplicity, I guess, just from reputation, them hearing about me and all the work that I do with overseas artists, originally I had Simplicity had they're from, now shout out to Simplicity, first of all, they're from Hamburg, Germany. Okay. Which is a pretty large city in Germany, from what I understand. I haven't been there yet, but they have reached out to me. They have an artist they have an artist by the name of Afro Da Vinci that they work with. Okay. Afro Da Vinci was getting ready to release a project, and I had he wanted a verse from me on his project, so I did the verse. You know what I'm saying? We took care of everything, and then they ended up circling back around and wanting to do a full project with me. You know what I'm saying? So we took care of that. Like, I got in there, and like I said, their production, it really spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I do a lot of features and feature work and things like that, but it's so much more refreshing when I get something that actually excites me, because then it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work.
It feels like, you know what I mean? It puts me.
It becomes fun again.
Yeah, it becomes fun again, because sometimes this can become work. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times when I travel a lot. There's a lot of times when I be on the road and I just want to be home. Like I said before, in the garage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to be in the garage
place of comfort
with my flip flops on and just relaxing. But I gotta go do this, and I have obligations, and I gotta kiss my babies goodbye and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to my little man too. He's feeling a little sick right now too. He got strep throat, but he's a gangster. He's a soldier. He fights through everything. So I think he's gonna be all right.
He's gonna be all right.
All right. He'll be back to wreaking havoc tomorrow.
You can't keep a good one down.
Yeah, he just got a nap today. I told his mother. I said, yeah, he gonna sleep today, but watch tomorrow. He gonna wake up ready to
make up for lost time. He be like, yo, y'all had it easy last couple of days. I'm back.
No more sleeping. Yeah,
I gotta do twice the damage now.
Yeah. So, yo, hey, once again, man, it's always a pleasure to kick it with you, man. Yo, thank you for jumping on Barcodez. Yo, please do me a favor. Let these people know. Let them know what you got out there, what you're doing, and where they can find you, man.
Okay, so as we've been saying, man, my project Grand Royale is out now on all streaming platforms. You know, you can follow me on all streaming platforms. That's John Jiggs. That's JOHN JIGG $. Then we also I also have a joint album coming out with the legendary Shabam Sadiq called Don't Feed the Bear. Shout out to my bro Devil S. You know what I'm saying? We about to kill him. That album should be out this month. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So y'all make sure y'all look out for that, because we about to kill a game with that one. You know what I'm saying? And then later this year we definitely got Jiggonometry 2 coming out. Also look out for the Boom Bap Kings tour. We've taken over Europe. Right now the lineup is crazy. Y'all want to hear the lineup?
Please.
Do the lineup, man.
So right now we got Tash from the Alcoholics.
Woo. Strong.
A freaking monster. We got Razcast. We got Big Noid from Mobb Deep. Yo.
So All-Star
and
Cash
we got
right
John
here.
Jiggs.
Yeah, look at that.
We got Ant Live.
There you go.
Okay.
And then just added Ed OG.
No.
The Boom Bap Kings tour is about to be legendary. Taking over Europe, the States, the US. If y'all want to get it in, man, make sure you come talking correctly to us. Talk to us nice. But we will pull up to your city and shut it down, man. You know what I'm saying? And we love the fans. Like, I can't wait to get into some of these. See, I've been in big rooms before, but I like those 250, 300 people rooms, 150 people.
Yeah.
I like that intimate, hot, funky,
energy.
That hot, funky setting. I like
they all dedicated, they're all locked in.
I've been in the big rooms and it's cool, but you can't really see nobody. I like those rooms where you can feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we looking for. We trying to get into those rooms. So make sure you tap in with us, man. Boom Bap Kings Music at gmail.com.
There you go. Hey, this was an episode, man.
My boy.
Yo, listen, John Jiggs told you he's world renowned, locking all areas down.
Yeah.
Barcodes, I think by way of you, we've become world renowned.
Yeah, man,
locking all areas down.
Hey, make sure to tune in for the next episode. Barcodez.
Nothing they can say when you do it your own way. It just take a little longer to make it the whole plate. If you told me I'd be here, I'd have told you it's no way. Cause I was more preoccupied with making it home safe. This world is a cold place. Switch that cold to your safe. And make sure you got a vest and a gun you can hold straight. I be in my rear view when I'm making it home late. Cause these haters want what I got and these bitches is so fake. I got visions in my brain of living off of cocaine. Pulling up in the Benz and dipping off in the range. Trying to pay the bills in the same order they came. All them trips uptown, I did it all for the game. Immaculate Street, nigga, the beat ripper, natural disaster. 2023 twister. Pulling through your city in the V-twister. While you bum niggas walk the street till your feet blister. They can't see him, can't